Hey, this is Luke with the Android Guys Review Podcast. I'm here with Scott.
Hey, Luke.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay today. How are you?
Pretty good. You have a product you are going to tell us about today.
Yes, I do.
Take it away.
Going to talk about the Novostella BLink.
Okay.
Novostella is the brand.
Yes.
BLink is the product, and
Okay.
it's BLink.
Yes.
Interestingly enough, or weirdly, it's capital B, capital L, INK. And I thought, as I was talking to one of the PR representatives, that maybe somebody had held down the caps lock on accident, because I do that,
Yeah.
But no, when you look at their website, it's the BL. Both of those are capitalized. So I don't know for sure if there's something.
Is that like the product number? Like, and then they're like, oh, what can we make from this?
I have no idea. It's really weird. But here's what they are. These are lights that you can plug in. And we've talked about Novostella here in the past. You plug these in. These are lights that are about maybe 5x7, if you were to guess like
pretty
a
small.
size. Yeah, small enough.
Yeah.
Maybe 5x8. Maybe it's stretching it.
Yeah.
Folding a piece of paper in half
Yeah.
might be about that size.
Okay.
So you plug them in. These are weather-resistant lights that have somewhat of a hinge, so that you can kind of angle them if you want to put them in your yard.
Okay.
If you can kind of mount them to a board if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Put them underground and then kind of put the grass and dirt on top of those.
Yeah.
They could be tightened with an Allen wrench. They come in a 2-pack and a 4-pack. 2-pack is $60. A 4-pack is $100. So you're looking at $25, $30 per light. But they're very cool lights.
Yeah.
These are basically any color you want to run on the spectrum. And you can white, soft white, candlelight, whatever colors. If you have smart lights in your house, same thing. Philips Hue. If you tell your speaker to, or use your app to say, set up something, in crimson or purple or chocolate or whatever colors, they do that.
Nice.
So you can basically go out and plug them in. I have set them up in my front yard. It's, Halloween season.
Yeah.
So I have 4 of them kind of wired together. And they kind of go through cycles of blues, greens, reds, whatever. But I'll also have them just kind of hold, purples and oranges right now.
Oh, sure.
Or, whatever Halloween colors.
Yeah.
They're really, really bright.
Oh, yeah.
They stay relatively cool to the touch.
Okay.
We like to put those big floodlights in our yard to
Yeah.
project like a red on the house or a
Right.
green. These are much cooler than that. You
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the paint wearing down,
Sure.
fading. Pretty easy to set up.
Okay.
You use an app. I would call it a third-party app or
Yeah.
fourth-party app.
Yeah.
Because there is no Novostella app. You'll log in through Smart Life and add your product.
Okay.
And I found it to be really easy to do.
Okay.
It will actually, once you plug it in, if you give it a moment to kind of like settle and kind of get going, the app will recognize that and say, are you trying to set up this? Kind of catches you instead of you go in and say, I'm adding a light or I'm adding a switch or a hub. It will walk you through the process.
Nice.
It's very easy. Then you can rename the lights if you wanted to. I have 4 of them strung together. Well, I don't say strung together because they have to be individually plugged in. They can't daisy chain.
Okay.
And then I also have mine comes with the hub.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an option. If you get the 4-pack for $100, you can go in and use the app to kind of control everything.
Right.
You can change the colors immediately. You can change it to white, if you just want to have like white light on your house. But the hub, you plug that in and basically add that. Again, very easy to do. It makes it so that you can use your digital assistant. So
Oh, nice.
Google Assistant.
Yeah.
and it immediately, keeps you from having to go into the app anymore.
Right.
I don't say keeps you, but makes it so that you don't have to.
Yeah, it's a little easier. You can say, hey, keyword,
Yeah.
turn on front lights.
Yep. So I just added them to my family, set it up so that the room is called front yard.
Mm-hmm.
And now I will just ask my speaker to turn on the front yard lights, turn off the front yard, change the colors. Instantly.
Nice.
As soon as that hub was added, it added that functionality.
Now, you said you were changing the colors to purple and orange and stuff for the holiday. Can you set those up as scenes, or can you say, put on my Halloween colors or something like that?
You can create scenes under the lights. You can choose whether you want a static color or choose from a scene. Now, from what I've found is doing that, it will pick an image, like a preset image, and then kind of cycle through those colors from that image. Okay. So if you did that to all 4 of them, then they may all be moving and dancing to their own, not flashing all at once.
Right.
But you can set controls for, do you want it to be quick changes of color, or do you want it to be kind of like a breathing to where the colors just of...
like a pulsing.
Yeah. So lots of control over that. And I really like the fact that I can just use my voice.
Yeah.
I was using, some of the other Novostella stuff in the past and I love it, I would set up a green, one to be green, one to be red, maybe project them onto a tree. But it required that I would go out with the remote,
right,
and physically be within a couple of feet, pointed at it.
And if you're doing that at Christmas time in Ohio, you gotta bundle up.
Yeah, you don't want to go out there.
Snow.
Yeah, you fell asleep on the couch. It's 1 a.m. and now you're walking out there just to turn a stupid light off.
Right.
Because you can't, and even to go out and unplug it because it's outside.
Sure.
But here, you can just now use your voice.
Yeah.
Now, the app also lets you control if you wanted to put a timer on there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I was doing that prior to trying the hub. And it was nice. You can just go in and set each one to have, down to the minute how long you want.
Yeah.
And just say, turn off after 3 hours. And it was nice to
not have to think about it.
Right. To actually wake up, because I fell asleep on the couch, and go, oh, they're off. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're really cool. Really bright. I like the brand. I like everything that I've kind of checked out by them. I'm considering. I've used a couple of them in my house, and they're so bright. But I put them in corners and kind of shine on the wall.
Yeah, like
up
mood
the
lighting,
wall.
Sure.
So we've done that, but I'm thinking of my wife has a yoga studio and maybe mounting some of those to do almost like a sconce or torch lights that way, because you can turn the brightness up and down. Sure. It's not just on and off.
Right. It's not just floodlight.
Yeah. It's really, really kind of cool.
Cool. You want to put some scores on this?
Yeah. This is an easy one for me.
Yeah?
As you'll see.
All right. So we do a 1 through 5 rating. You know that. We'll start at the top. Build quality.
Build quality, I'm going to go 4.
Okay. 4.
When we do 5s, it's, as some people know, it's above and beyond.
Yeah.
Something where you're just like, whoa. Man,
it's got to blow you away.
Yeah, this really surprised me.
Yeah.
So 4 is not bad at all.
No,
it is actually great.
Yeah.
So build quality 4.
Okay.
Features and functions, I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Just because it has everything I wanted it to do. Now, I may qualify that because of the hub. So if you want that voice control, spend the $15 and get the 4-pack with the hub.
Okay.
Otherwise, the 4-pack is $100. But the app has plenty of control over it.
Right.
And you can do just about everything I've said.
You just lose the voice control.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So features and functions, I didn't find anything where I'm like, oh, I wish I could do this.
Right.
So that's a 4. Setup, I gave it a 4.
Oh, man.
Think you'll see where I'm going.
Yeah, all right.
Setup was 4. It was really easy.
Yeah.
As I expected it to be and hoped that it would be. And I even like the fact that despite it being kind of like a third-party app that looks like it can work with a couple of other brands, that once the light was on and kind of initialized, that it was kind of walking me through to add that. And it's literally within minutes, you're up and going.
That's awesome.
Performance? 4.
Oh, man.
These are great.
Yeah.
I like them. They're as bright as I would like them to be, and even adjusting them to make them dimmer is kind of nice. If you wanted to create more of a mood, instead of having a bright blue and purple flash, on the house, you can make them a little bit more atmospheric.
Yeah.
So it's just like a hint of blue.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And then just, being able to make the changes that you want to do. And, as soon as I had the hub going, I told my wife, I said, ask the speaker upstairs to change the front yard. And all I had to tell her was, these are called front yard lights. And she's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we can turn them on and off now.
That's awesome. Price?
4? Yes.
Hey.
You must be looking over my shoulder here.
Yeah, I don't know.
4. I like the price. I think that 2-pack for $60 is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I would definitely recommend 4 if you're wanting to use them for like a whole house thing.
Sure.
My house isn't huge at all.
Right.
It's 1,600 square feet, and it's an average size house here in Ohio. And I've got them kind of spaced out every, I'd say 15 feet or so. And just kind of do like edge to edge of the house.
Yeah.
I might consider another 4-pack for around back to kind of like shine against the deck.
Sure.
And maybe the side of the house. But I would say that at the 4-pack for $100, you're $25 a light. That's pretty good. You're going to spend that, on floodlights.
Right.
And those stupid things get hot. And they die. You have to replace them. So it's kind of a nice peace of mind for a smart light.
Speaking of lights dying, what's the warranty like on these?
1 year.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it a 4.
Hey.
Can you average that out for me?
Yeah, let's see. If everybody's doing their math at home, it's a 4.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
So it's a 1 year warranty. And my time with Novostella stuff, I have a couple things that are older than a year.
Yeah.
I see no signs of degradation.
Right.
Easy to set up, manage. So I definitely recommend the brand.
Yeah.
And the product here is the Novostella BLink. I would certainly recommend them as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Luke.